Is this a better angle? I can't tell. No, I gotta shift. I think I need to shift over. Can't really tell. Okay, that looks better. I just can't see it. Okay, I think I got it now. Anyway, what I was trying to say is, don't you hate it when you're trying to line up that perfect shot and you're trying to maybe use your Apple Watch to look at the tiny screen to make sure you're in frame, or you have the good side showing forward, that sort of thing. Today I got a product that I'm going to show and demonstrate that sort of helps you out a lot more, especially if you're a vlogger or just recording videos or even taking photos or whatever. A lot of other use cases for this product. So stay tuned and I'm going to go into the details. Hey, it's HighTechDad. Welcome to my channel where I review all types of products for the home, for work, for on the go. I also have a website at HighTechDad.com where I've been writing articles for over 2 decades now. And today we are taking a look at this product here. This is the SYNCO XView M4 phone monitor. And what it is, and I'm going to go through an unboxing, what's on the box, what's in the box, and then get up close and personal with some of the features. But essentially, it is a remote monitor that you connect to your smartphone. You can use it with Android, or you can use it with an iPhone. I'm using it with an iPhone. And it essentially mirrors the display that is on your iPhone. And why is that good? Well, for vloggers and people who do a lot of these types of videos where you're looking at a camera and trying to see what you look like and if you're in frame and that sort of thing, this little monitor, which magnetically attaches to your iPhone, or there's a little adapter ring that you can use for an Android phone, shows you exactly what is on your screen. So it is really, really helpful for doing single person filming or with a group of people and you just want to see what you have. You can have it on the back of your phone, or you can have it like in your hand looking at it. So I'm going to show that in just a second. Let's take a look at what's on the box of the SYNCO XView M4 mobile monitor. So this is the monitor itself attached to an iPhone, magnetically attached. This is the back. Looks like that is the magnet itself. Then on the back, let's see if I can zoom in here so you can see what it says. It says high strength magnetic attachment, ultra low latency, quiet operation, full angle TFT display, offline connection available. And then within the package itself, you get the monitor, you get a magnetic ring sticker for those phones that don't have a MagSafe magnet, and then you have a charging cable. And then hopefully you can see this. I can barely read it. My old eyes here. Transmission range 50 meters. Battery is 3.7 volts, 1300 milliamp hours. Power consumption 1.75 watts. Display is 3.97 inches. Charging port is type C. Material plastic, and unfortunately I can't see the runtime on there because it's covered with a sticker. So let's see what's inside. Let's do the unboxing. It didn't come with any kind of shrink wrap, so it just slides out here. Nice packaging, just sort of shows the monitor here, nothing else on the packaging. Then inside you have a user manual, which we'll take a look at in a second. This is the monitor itself. Still got some plastic covering on it. Look at that in a second. There is a, I believe, of course I'm ripping the box, but I'm gonna believe that there is a USB type C cable inside here. I don't want to destroy it, but I'll take it out a little bit later. So let's get sort of up close and personal with the monitor itself. Nothing on the side here. On the back, you have attached already is the magnetic sticker, and you can just slide this off, and this is the magnet itself, and that snaps directly onto a MagSafe enabled iPhone. And then you have this sticker here, which is made out of metal. You peel off the sticker and attach it to those phones that don't have a magnet, so it just snaps right on. Fairly easy to take off. Then on the bottom, looks like you have a speaker, USB-C port, and an on-off button. And then you have other buttons here, which I will open up the manual and take a look to see what exactly those are, and nothing on the other side. All right, so I have the manual out, and we're gonna kind of take a look at the manual and take a look at the buttons on here. So working from left to right, it looks like it is the wireless shutter and aspect ratio adjustment button. So that is this button here. Try and keep my finger out of the way. The next one is the screen mirror rotation button. Next one is volume button and brightness button, so volume up. And then this is the volume down, which is also used as a brightness button. Then rotating, you have the power on-off toggle, USB Type-C charging port, and then the speaker. So let's see how this all works out and test it all out. All right, so this is the first time powering it up. So here you can see I have my old iPhone here. It snaps right on, fairly strong. So I'm actually shaking on this pretty hard. So it is fairly strong. So let's power it on and see what happens. So we have a boot up screen. You can, I think, rotate this so you can see it sideways if you needed to. Not sure why you would want to do that, but it gives you sort of the information here on how to set it up. So for both Android and iOS. So what I need to do is actually go over to my iPhone. Let me enter my password, and then I can swipe down and go to the screen mirroring. And here is all the stuff for the screen mirroring. And I need to look to connect to a certain device that starts with SYNCO. So let's see if we can show more. There it is. Just clicking on it. So there's an AirPlay passcode. And I'm trying to see where that is. Looks like it just says pin 1234. So let's see if that works. And look, there it is. So there I am here, swiping up, and there's my screen. So I don't know if, yep, I'm swiping back and forth on the screen. So there's the full screen. So we got it connected. It is that fast. I'm going to obviously go through some more testing on this, but I just wanted to show how quick the response is compared. You can see me swiping back and forth, going over to browser, pretty quick. I can open some other things that I have here. You can see it is fairly responsive. So let's go to my website. And here you can see it is responsive within like less than a second. Obviously the latency, there is going to be a little bit of latency, but for all intents and purposes, this is fairly quick and responsive. So I've connected the monitor, the SYNCO XView M4 monitor, to the phone that I'm filming with. And you know what's kind of interesting is that this also has sort of anti-glare protection. So I have some polarized glasses, and when I put it on, I lose everything in landscape mode. So that's a little note. I can rotate it this way and I can see everything, but if I'm wearing my polarized glasses, I can't see it. I've also connected it via Bluetooth so that I can activate the camera trigger. So either to take photos or to start filming. So right now, I don't know if you guys can see this, but there is essentially what the camera is seeing on this little monitor. And it is magnetic. I actually have a metal table here, and it sticks right to the table. It's kind of amazing. But the great thing about this is I can frame things up. I can see real time what's happening on here. You can see there is barely any kind of lag and that sort of thing. And it is all done via AirPlay between my iPhone and this monitor. All right, so I've done some more testing. It's already paired via Bluetooth and also with the screen mirroring. You can see how responsive the screen is as I scroll. It's almost immediate. There is a teeny bit of a lag, but it's just milliseconds, so you can see that. So let's take a look at some of the buttons on the side here. Hopefully you can see this, and I can explain what each of them do. So let's look at the buttons here. So for each button here, there are two commands. The one on the left is when you just press it lightly, and the one on the right is when you press and hold and release it. So if you go across here, you have the shutter, which is when you have it Bluetooth connected. And then for a long press, you have this action, which actually makes the screen larger. So let's see if I can do that. Press and hold and let go. And you can see it fills up more of the screen. Not sure when you would do that, maybe with different size formats or things like that, but it's a nice option to have. And then you just press and hold to have it go back to the original size. So then the next thing that you have, let me log back in here, is you have the buttons here. So this button is to switch the display. So it's a reverse display, and that's sometimes good if you want to see what the camera is actually showing, or a reverse image of you. So you press it and it'll reverse out the other way. And if you press and hold, you can rotate the screen. So holding, it's upside down now. Press and hold. Now it's right side up. So you have a lot of great controls. So reverse image, scale the size, and things like that. The other two buttons, you have volume up, volume down. So if you are playing back a video from your phone and you're in the screen mirroring mode, you can hear the audio coming from this mobile monitor itself. And then you also have brightness controls. So if you long press here, you can make it brighter. It's all the way at the max brightness right now. But if you press and hold this one, you can step down to make it just a little bit less bright. I don't know if it'll come through in the video, but that's pretty dim. Then you press and hold to have it get brighter. And those are the controls. And then obviously you have the charging port and the on-off. So that's the SYNCO XView M4 phone monitor. So remote phone monitor might be a good adjective to add into it. It magnetically attaches. You can have it 10, 20 feet away from your camera, so you can actually see what's being filmed. And it retails for about $99, but I would look for sales on like Amazon or on the SYNCO website. Put the links below in the description. It's a very compelling offer, I feel. I mean, it's really great for those people, like I said, who are filming content all the time. They're doing it on their own. They don't have a videographer helping them with shots. Like I don't have anyone helping me out. And this allows you to really see what is going on the screen. So you get that perfect shot, that perfect video. What do you guys think? I've had stuff like this on my shopping cart to buy, and I just haven't pulled the trigger because I wasn't quite ready to do it. But thanks to Synco for sending me out this sample, I now have played with it, and it's hard to believe that I've actually lived this long without something like this. So just a couple of stats here, and I am cheating. I am looking at some features here. So it is ultra low, 40 milliseconds latency, and you saw that in some of the video samples that I was doing when I had it attached to my other camera. You see barely any perceived lag. Easy attachment to your iPhone or to your Android phone using the included magnetic attachment. Does come with a USB-A to USB-C to charge it, and that's what you do on the back end there. There are lots of different buttons on the top. And for example, I was playing back some of the stuff that I just recorded. I still had it attached via AirPlay, and I noticed it wasn't playing back on my iPhone. It was actually playing back on this little monitor, and there is a speaker built in, and you can control the volume. So I was actually watching the playback and hearing the playback on this monitor. So that's a kind of really nice little added feature on there, that you can actually listen to things. If you wanted to stream a movie, you could actually watch it on this little monitor if you wanted to, but you couldn't at the same time on the iPhone. So it's stable P2P connectivity. So P2P, for those who know it, is peer-to-peer. So one peer to another peer. It's got and I have to read this here, 40 CD/M squared brightness. So I'm not sure what that actually means, but I thought I'd say it. 100% RGB. I understand that. And then it's got the great button to start and stop video recording or take a photo, that sort of thing. And it's very lightweight, so you can just throw it in your pocket and have it with you at all times. And I think it's really great for vloggers, like I said, or just people who want to be able to not have to look at their paired watch or guess that they're getting the right frame and looking good in the picture, or using the camera in the other direction with the selfie camera, which isn't as good of a camera. So that is another huge important feature about this. You're using the good side of the camera, the best lenses, that sort of thing, and you're seeing exactly what you get here. So anyway, would love to hear your comments. And of course, please like, subscribe, hit that button below, smash it, as they say. The more likes I get, the more I want to do more videos like this, the better the algorithm works for you guys to get content similar to this and to get my content. If you have any questions, you can always ask me on social media. Just search for HighTechDad. I'm on a lot of the platforms. You can also go to my Facebook page, and that's at facebook.com/HTDblog. And as I mentioned earlier, I do have a website at HighTechDad.com, where I have lots and lots of articles, more in-depth reviews, written reviews about the products that I review, how to fix it, and a lot of other opinions and articles like that. So I appreciate the time that you have taken watching this review, and hope to see you guys soon, and thanks for watching.